When someone has low back pain and leg pain or just low back pain, a common cause of that can be a slipped disc or a real severe degenerative disease in the low back. A common procedure to fix that is what's called a lumbar decompression and fusion. The lumbar decompression is when you go in, you make an incision in the back. It's a little bigger incision than for a microdiscectomy or a simple laminectomy. But you make an incision in the back and you go in and you take all the bone and ligament and disc off of the nerves. So any of that material that's pushing on the nerves, you take that off to get all the pressure off of the nerves. That's the decompression part of the surgery. The next step is the fusion. The fusion part involves screws going into the bone. So you can see here, there's a screw going through what's called the pedicle into the body of the lumbar vertebral body. And you put these screws in on both sides and then you connect it with a rod. And what that does is that holds that section of the spine fixed and firm and real steady. And then what you do is you take your bone either from your hip or from bone that we've taken off during the decompression, and we clean it and we'll put it up in front of these vertebral bodies in this space right here, sometimes with a cage for fusion, as well as out on the outside of these screws. And what will happen is over 3 to 6 months that bone will grow together and fuse, and so that's the fusion part of the procedure. The recovery for this is longer than a microdiscectomy or a laminectomy because this bone can take like 3 to 6 months for it to fully fuse. For the first 6 weeks after surgery, I have you wear a brace when you're up out of bed walking around, and I only want you walking. I don't want you doing any heavy lifting, no twisting, no bending. Generally, I'll tell you to only lift nothing heavier than a gallon of milk. After 6 weeks, I'll see you back in the office with some x-rays. If those x-rays are stable, then I'll order some physical therapy. I'll get you started in some light exercise, some light stretching. I still don't want you doing any impact sports or contact sports, but you can start doing some light stretching, light exercise, stationary bike, things like that. I'll see you again at 3 months after surgery, again with x-rays. If those x-rays look good, then at that point I will clear you to increase your activity as tolerated. Just to remind you though that your muscles are deconditioned, you've had surgery. It can take quite a while for those muscles to recover, so I'll encourage you to take it slow and slowly start increasing your activity and get back into your normal routine.